come light it up. I'm ready to go, come light it up. Come light it up.
And then Alex Ratan took it off you.
Fast, man.
So it was
the fastest lap for most of that.
So welcome to another one of our videos. This one took place at Team Sport Liverpool and is definitely our favourite indoor team sport racing event of the year. We're racing on track with multiple BIKC finalists, multiple YouTubers, and this was a private event that we were invited to by our friend Mike. So we were super excited to get going on this one. It was refreshing also, as it's a change from the scenery at Birmingham. And Oscar on this night was absolutely epic. So you're definitely going to enjoy this video. I think this is the one I've been most looking forward to editing for a long time. So what you're watching out on track now is one of two 15-minute warm-up sessions that Oscar had. He had to get to grips quickly with the international layout. He's raced here twice before throughout 2024. Once was in July as a 13th birthday present, and then the next time was when he reached the BIKC regional finals here. And both times that was done on the regular Liverpool circuit. So the international circuit's got an extra addition at the back. It's got a lot of hairpins in it, and that's something that Oscar really needed to get to grips with before the members event started. Otherwise he's going to be incredibly vulnerable out there. So he's here, he's racing with Alex Ratan. Alex Ratan is not a normal racer by any means on this track. He's the current track record holder. So a bit of a baptism of fire here for Oscar. There was nobody else he could have raced out here. There'll be, more of a challenge for him. So as he done this 15-minute session, he held pace with Alex. There was a bit of an advantage we had. We believe, anyway, from what Alex said, that Oscar's kart had an extra 5 seconds of boost on it. And that's probably going to make up anywhere up to probably a second a lap, I'd imagine. So it made it highly competitive, great fun for both boys, and a brilliant warm-up event, although it was running on speed 3. And the main event that we're about to go into, he's been run on speed 4. Now, as for Speed 4, anybody who knows, who follows us and understands what happens at Birmingham, they don't run Speed 4 events. We've had one Speed 4 event this year, and Oscar had 3 absolutely dire karts in the 3 races that night. It wasn't even worth editing or mentioning. So again, this is a new thing for Oscar, and he's going into a members event here with a 1-lap qualifier coming up. So he's got 1 lap to put in his fastest time on Speed 4. So it's not going to be a rapid start for him. There's no way he's going to finish P1, but what it will set us up for is an absolutely fantastic night of racing, some great battling, and the people that we're out there with are absolutely fantastic.
I think you had the 10-second boost on. Huh? You had 10-second boost, I think. I had way less boost than you.
Oh, is that what was happening?
Yeah, you get that extra
dropping him. I said there's no way you're going to be like a second ahead of him on best times when you first go.
Do you enjoy your little battles though? I thought your battles were cute.
Yeah, it's good battling, yeah. But it's just so hard having to manage the boost.
So for the camera there was no advantage, the boosts were identical.
I know nothing.
That's it.
Oh,
Video upcoming.
Forgot we're on YouTube.
It's good. So Oscar's now heading out to do his single lap qualifying session. He's walking around here aimlessly looking for a seat insert that doesn't exist. So for a first time in a team sport kart, Oscar's about to go out without a seat insert. Something that's not great when you're attempting to do a 1-lap qualifying session on a speed setting that you haven't raced on before at this track. So everything's set against Oscar. So I'll tell you now, he's not going to get the P1, P2, P3 fastest lap times, but it will set us up for a fantastic battle, as you'll see. You may have noticed Oscar's sporting some brand new 32.5 gloves. He's also got a brand new Tillit P1 rib protector. That's on the outside of his suit because his suit's too tight on him, it won't fit inside. That's the next thing we're working on there, is a custom designed suit. So for this session, Oscar's got the rib protector bolted on the outside of his suit, and that tended to make him a bit fatter, so to speak, and that locked him better into the kart. Otherwise, without that on, I think he'd have been rattling around everywhere throughout this session. So Oscar of course knows the track layout now. but on speed 4 he doesn't yet know the braking points and turning points, so he's got to figure that out, and he's got 1 lap to do it in. Here we go. A 51.796, that'll see us starting in 11th place on the grid, but Oscar doesn't realise that the qualifying session's over. He still thinks he's got another lap to go, so right now he's continuing to race, and as you'll see already, after just 1 lap he's already capturing the apexes a lot cleaner. His entries and exits through the corners are a lot smoother. He's now about to knock 0.5 of a second off the previous lap, and this would have seen him starting P6 on the grid, but unfortunately this is about to be rescinded and he'll be starting P11.
How are you behind me? You're out before us. How are you behind me? You're out before me.
So, spare seat insert that I keep in the car activated, and let's go and head straight into race number 1.
Get me on the inside.
It depends on his reaction.
You might not. Good chance we end up mounted. Good chance we end up upside down in a hedge.
Some absolute class there from Rafa, saying that we might end up upside down now in a hedge on the first turn. Brilliant.
Someone's deaf and it's gonna be me.
Look how close he is.
Here we go then, let's get race 1 underway and see what Oscar can do. Oscar's just got to settle into this now and get a feel for speed 4, and then see if we can start working our way up the grid. You can see already how quickly Oscar's getting to grips with the international circuit and how he's closing in on the races ahead on the second lap. A little bit of a shunt there, but Oscar's holding his own nicely. Nice move there by Oscar. Now let's see if we can chase down James Clare ahead. P10, you moved up, dude. Well done. Close call here, touch of oversteer from James led to a quick reaction from Oscar and he almost buried himself nose first into the barrier, but we carry on, luckily. So a little bit of research here on James Clare ahead of us. He's the Speed 4 track record holder at CF Sport Victoria. He also races in the EKS Elite Kart Series. He's going to be absolutely no pushover, no joke. We're seriously having to fight here just to catch up with him. He's got incredible pace. He races in the heavyweights category. Now, normally in petrol karts that would be a massive advantage for us, but in the electrics, as you can see, and even at some points he manages to pull a gap on Oscar. But yeah, very, very difficult for us to catch up with. So it's going to be fun trying to get past him. Let's see what we can do. Bit of strategy I think there from James to wave us through. We've got two karters reasonably close behind that we've managed to pull away from a little bit over the last couple of laps. If we start battling now, it's only going to drag them two back into it. So I think James has just let Oscar go so that he can try and secure his own position. So the karter ahead, Callum, is unfortunately going to be one step too far for Oscar to manage to catch up to throughout the remainder of this session. We've still got over 7 minutes to go, and Oscar's going to be coming under some serious pressure from Rafa behind. So let's skip forward 4 laps and see how Oscar does with his defending. Fair play to Rafa there. Muscled his way through, but that's karting. Let's just say next time Oscar races you, he's going to be coming back an absolute unit. Going to get him in the gym. Oscar and Rafa are that evenly matched out there on pace throughout this session that there's only 1/1000th separating them on average lap times. Oscar takes the fastest lap of the two of them by 2/10. But just look at it, it's an absolutely brilliant battle between both boys. Really good stuff. Quick look behind us, all good, nothing to see here. So that brings the sprint race to an end, and Oscar finishes in P10 of 20, moving up just the one position from where he started. That might not sound too impressive on its own, but when we look at the data, Oscar took the third fastest lap time of the race, only beaten by Alex Ratan and Ben Hughes, or BH number 8. To have just those two ahead of us of the whole field is incredibly impressive. And then if we look at the top 15, there's just 1.1 seconds separating the top 15 on their fastest lap times, which just shows the quality of the grid that was out there. Even if you look at Brittany Norfolk in P16, she's just raced in the BIKC National Finals, so she's a top 24 heavyweight in the country. So the quality that's out there that Oscar's racing with in this session has been absolutely fantastic.
Fastest lap time in there. Really good stuff, mate. Once you got to grips with the track and speed 4. Yeah, so P10, but look at, you can't see your time on there, can you? Yeah, look. There, 48.961. The only other people who got in the 48s, look, in the top 4 or 5 there, but you had the third fastest. So there, 48.961. I've just said to get in the 48 it's really good, it's fast. So yeah, so if you'd had some experience on the track before, you would have been qualifying in P3 with that time. So now you've done some speed 4 here and on the first time in the international. It's really good stuff. Come on, dude. This is yours, P1. Easy.
Yep, so you get that out. Shake it out for me. Perfect, jump in, mate.
A bit of scouse there for Oscar. Absolutely nothing wrong with a bit of scouse.
This is the life, eh? Hey! Hey! Do you want to fight or something? Hey! Down, eh?
Let's get into this then. We have a 30-minute race with one pit stop. Essentially what we need is everybody ahead of us to pit, get out of the way and allow Oscar to put down some seriously fast lap times. We know he's got the pace, so if he can find the space ahead of him, he's got a very good chance then of undercutting a few people when he comes to do his own pit stop. So strategy is hope that everybody ahead of us pits and race.
Discard.
That's Rafa offering to work with Oscar. I think there's a lot of mutual respect there between both boys after the first race was so close between the two of them. Rafa's now giving Oscar some advice to leave it late before he pits, which is good sound advice, but really it just depends on how the race is going to map out and what's going on ahead of Oscar, so we'll see.
Wonder. Well, hello tyres.
Right.
Right, do you want me to get up?
Orders, mate.
I didn't even do anything, I was just getting pushed further and further.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
What a brilliant start to the race. The kart ahead of JB Karting here in the blue and white, number 53, just absolutely sends it up the inside of Rafa as he goes wide there, and boom, just absolutely nowhere for anybody to go. Brilliant start to the race, and somehow we managed to hold on to P10. Okay guys, here's my job application for the BIKC. Essentially what I want to get at is the way that the races are restarted in the national finals. It's an absolute calamity and it's destroyed the dreams of a lot of drivers. This year, last year, people that have worked hard to get to the national finals, to get the credit that they deserve for being where they are. And then the races have been restarted after an incident on track, and there's multiple drivers this year, last year, that have missed out through no fault of their own. So what I'm saying is, when there's an incident on track, if a driver has been fouled, put that driver back into position while the lights are on red and go again. Just carry on from where they are. I don't understand what's more difficult than that. Why the races have to be halted, why there's a big delay, and then why people are just being absolutely screwed. So guys, let me in, let me become top boy at BIKC. I'll sort it out for you. The social media response you're going to get is going to be amazing. Your reputation is going to go through the roof. So let me in, do the right thing. And we almost died. Oscar did well here to keep it at the barrier. Great little battle there between Oscar and Callum. Oscar stayed committed, which you have to do. If you're not committed, if you're not brave enough, you're not going to win races. Cracking move by Oscar there as one goes into the pits and he gets the overtake done on the other one. We've now got some space to race into. This is going brilliantly to plan. Wow, mistake by Oscar there, clipping the barrier, and that was BH number 8, Ben Hughes, who just got past him and he quickly re-overtook. That's not somebody you want to be giving an opportunity to. He's one of the most elite racers on this track. Epic by Oscar, really good to hold his position there. smart move by Daisy ahead there to jump into the pits in hope that she can stop Oscar from getting the undertake. She's another junior national BIKC finalist. She could see he was catching up, so she had to make that move quick. This is a back marker coming up, and Oscar's going to have to make a decision quick whether to try and pass him and not lose any time, or whether to pit. Now, as Oscar heads back up the up ramp in a short while and goes past the pits, frustratingly James Clare is going to sneak out and get just in front of Oscar. If you think back to the earlier sprint race, Oscar spent quite a few laps stuck behind James Clare, struggling to keep up with his pace if anything. So let's see if anything's changed from that race to this one. Let's see if Oscar can get past him quickly, because he really cannot afford to be stuck behind. It's vital if he wants to get near that top 3. Absolutely no messing about there from Oscar, straight past Clare on the first bend, brilliant. If we look forwards now, Charlie France is ahead of us in P3, he's 4.1 seconds up the track. Can we do anything about him? It's going to be difficult, but let's see if we can chase him down. Those are Charlie's tail lights ahead, just about to go around the bend, just as we're reaching the top of the up ramp. So you can use that as a reference each lap to see if we're catching up with him. Smoothly done there by Oscar with no drama, and we are now 3.0 seconds behind Charlie ahead. We've got 3.5 minutes of the race left to go. Can we catch him? was so close. We got to within 2.5 seconds of Charlie and then just ran out of race time. That would have been an absolutely epic battle between both boys, something that I wish I'd seen. But I'm sure we'll get to race him again. Well, I know we'll get to race him again because he's competing with us next season in the Club 100 Super Lightweight South. So we're going to get to race with him lots, and hopefully we'll have some good battles on track with him there. So on to the overall results of the evening, and Oscar has finished P4. Honestly, with the talent that he's been on track with, that is a fantastic result, especially considering he had to learn speed 4 in the qualifying session. So it was always going to be a difficult start working his way from P11 on the grid, but he's done absolutely brilliantly. If we look at the fastest lap times there, he did have the fastest lap, but Alex Ratan, fair play to him, took it off Oscar. So at least Oscar's proven on his first time here on this track layout that he can compete with the very best. And had he had a bit of practice on speed 4 before the 1 lap qualifier, I do genuinely believe tonight we'd have seen him finishing top 3 and standing up on a podium.
That was absolutely epic, P4. How'd you feel? Yeah, you probably could have stayed out longer before you pitted. And you had the fastest lap, and then Alex Ratan took it off you.
Fast, man.
So it was
the fastest lap for most of that.
Yeah, you and Alex were dominating on the lap times in there. Look, 48.9, 48.7 for Alex. But he got that right after you got yours. He finished 4th, so it's went up from 10th. He had the fastest lap, and then Alex Ratan took it off him just after, not near to the end of the race.
49.3, yeah.
So, where were you on there? You're Charlie, aren't you? Yeah.
No, I'm not Charlie.
Not Charlie.
I'm Rafa.
Oh, Rafa, you're Rafa.
I got caught up in too many crashes.
You did? Yes, but mess at the beginning.
Thinking you've been flying. Was your pit stop then?
He had the whole track ahead of him when he pitted. He was out on his own in P1. On the,
You stayed out, did you?
Did you? Had a back marker in front of you.
I was on the first lap. Did you stay out?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
If I forgot to go for one extra,
You got empty track in front of you. You just got to race, haven't you? As long as you can stay out there.
that's why I went. That's why I did it early, but didn't stay off.
Oh, I didn't say back marker. I thought you had an empty track still ahead of you, and that's why you come in. Who done it right then? Oh, you knew you was going to get him really quick.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. What was your name again?
James
Clare.
Bell.
Oh, you're Clare, the Clare guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's behind him. Yeah. You had a battle at the end, didn't you? I think.
I did, yeah, but it was much quicker.
Yeah, I say you were falling off.
I was in a
weren't you?
slower lap time than my last race, and I went from 12th to 5th. So you went from, what was it, 10th to 5th to 4th?
10th to 4th. But he had the fastest lap at one point, and then Alex Ratan took it off him just after. So it was close though. Pretty good race. Whoa.
I wasn't last, yes.
You forced Oscar to pit. Yeah, he said he was coming up on you. He knew he'd have had you on the next lap, so he pitted.
I beat Callum, whoever that is.
Callum. Oh, he quit. He retired. He retired on lap 23. Yeah, there you go. Look, 23 laps. Yeah.
I still didn't come last.
Yeah, you don't know that. Yeah, don't show anybody that screen. Show them that one. Show them the thing screen. Sorry. Yeah, well, look at your last lap time. 48.9 was your best. 48.9 was your last. You were still flying. You were consistently the fastest out there. Or was you catching up with Charlie? You was.